Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my Ascension messages. My name is Bobby Richardson. Today we are going to do a pick a channel message. So I have my own artwork in these cards, and I will pick 3 of these that you can choose from and 3 crystals as per usual. So I'm just going to split the pack and grab the first one. So this is going to be pile 1. And pile 1 is going to go with, it is a lapis. I think it's a lapis crystal. It's very faint light blue, but it is a lapis crystal with lots of layers in it. Not sure if you see it, but anyway, that's pile 1. And we'll put the cards back together again. Grab number 2. Number 2 is going to go with this Jasper card. So we have another card for pile 2 and a Jasper. That's pile 1, pile 2, and then pile 3, and then we will get into the readings. I'll also pull some of my fortune dice as well. So I've created these fortune dice, and each one of these has my own pictures, my own images on the actual dice. And also there's 3 of these 0 to 9 dice, just to bring a numerology as well. Okay, and don't forget, I go live on Tuesday with pure channel messages straight from the divine. I channel through the CYANIANS. CYANIANS are high-end frequency beings that visited me, and because I used to see through into different dimensional spaces. My mum had the same gift for first 50 years of my life that happened. So also, if you want a one-on-one reading, then I'm available for those in the links below. Codes to a New Reality is my website. So here's pile 3. Pile 3 is coming in with the quartz crystal. We'll put those aside and we will start this reading. Okay, so for pile 1, hi Yannicka, hi Sky, good to see you guys again. Pile 1, pile 1 ends up being the ice picture and ice blue, and interesting that so is this lapis. There's lots of layers to this, and also interesting they're bringing up that to remind me that the actual front image of this video here that they pulled up, this image was of somebody walking through the snow, walking away through the snow. So let's get into this channel message for group 1. So there's something that is been pushing you into a place that feels very uncomfortable. They're showing me someone's like lying on the snow or the ice, and it feels, well, actually the ice, and it feels uncomfortable. There's sharp shards that are digging into them, but this will melt. They said this will melt. It's something that is showing you something that you didn't want to really look at, something that you didn't want to. It's like you've ascended so far, and then there's something that you didn't really want to look at, because if you did, then it will take you down a place where you have to let go of everything, and to let go of everything actually opens opportunities for everything, because then you're coming back into alignment of your heart space and not necessarily using yourself as a ping pong board kind of thing that other people are projecting their ideal situation on, and then you're giving up your ideal situation for them because you feel strong enough to be able to do that. And this is not anything to do with that. To go through the eye of the needle of source energy, to go through the eye of the needle of love itself, just coming back to pure essence of love, who you are, to be able to create the reality that you desire, is worthy. And it's not worthy of other people taking advantage of that, or you allowing other people to take advantage of that. Not necessarily that they are. So there could be situations where Others are going to maybe fall away that you didn't ever expect, or you leaving and you just didn't even expect that to happen. It could be almost like a tower moment that comes in for you, where you have to break up everything to reboot yourself. And it's like, oh my God, like, have I already done this, and I've done this and I've done this, but I don't think I have the strength for this next step. But the next step is actually going to take you into the green pastures, the ice melting, the sun shining on your face. Oh my God, I see where I've been given away my power. I didn't see it before. So there's all these different layers. See the layers in this crystal? I don't know if you can, but there are quite a few layers in this crystal. And they're showing me like the sun's coming up. See, like a just shining, and it's shining up all these layers of your life and what you've been through, and everything that you've actually endured, and then going, okay, this wasn't all for no purpose at all. This was to take me back to the divine love of myself, so that I can reboot, recreate, restart something new. And I thought that I'd already done that enough, but the vulnerabilities of us do tend to keep us in this programmable reality. That us feeling vulnerable in this program can keep us stagnated within our own intentions, to stop us from moving out of something that's comfortable, but not actually empowered from the love of who you are. And it's like you've come so far and everything's going so well, but then it's like something is not quite working. And that's just purely because for you to stand in your power, you have to shatter the illusion that everything is comfortable, that everything isn't, that there is a higher placard or higher position, higher something that you're attaining or you're reaching. There's a goal that you want to, that your soul is really aligned to reach, and you haven't quite mastered it. So with that comes the stagnation of your life, and then the stagnation, or the waiting game, and waiting for something to happen. But it's actually something that's going to come from within you, of going, I need to break this cycle. I need to completely smash it, and take. And you might be quite surprised. It could end up being a reverse situation, where instead of smashing, the people away from you or moving away from them, it could actually be that they surprise you and go, okay, I see your power and I'm meeting it. So it could turn out both ways. So don't be too stuck on one way that it's going to turn out, because that is literally the mind playing games on that. It has to go a specific way for you to grow, because that's how things have happened in the past. So just remember that as you're moving through this kind of, they keep saying tumultuous period. It is, but it's intense. It's intense, but it could be quickly navigated through, because on the other side of it is just this bright, beautiful, wonderful gift of self-love, moving towards even a better creation, a better reality, a better reflection of your life coming back at you. So yeah, let's see if there's anything else that's coming through for this team, for this group 1. Yeah, they're even pointing out it's group 1, because it's independence, taking back the independence of oneself, even though your soul knows from a higher perspective that all is one, and that everyone in reflection in the higher realities, in the higher dimensions, is that reflection. And so you all work together as unison, as one, in certain programs, aspects, or certain things that you want to collaborate together with, and then and then a breaking up of that, and then others come in for something else that you want to collaborate with. There's all of that is in higher frequency, so your soul knows all of this. So then coming into a lower frequency where everything's more separated, you've been searching for that collaboration, and yet the collaboration cannot come because you've been given away all your power to others, to say that you'll self-sacrifice yourself to fit in, but then you slowly start to chip away one bit at a time of your soul to try to work out exactly how you want to get to where you want to go, which is a higher frequency to begin with. And to be able to do that, we have to chip away slowly, surely, but then you're thinking, God, it just seems to be taking forever. But it's all purpose for you to actually come back into those higher frequencies and see your self-worth again, see yourself as absolutely worthy of saying, I deserve this. My needs are not met. I need this for my life to move on. I'm happier when I feel this, and then see how other people react to that. And if they aren't showing you that respect of what you've asked, then you have to make a decision to walk away or whatever it is that you need to do. So yeah, the eyes, it's interesting. So I put that image up yesterday, and they really highlight these images for me. And when I highlight them, I always think to myself, why that image? Aren't we going into something beautiful? And here's this girl walking through the snow, walking away. So it's more walking away from your own vulnerability of your mind, keeping you in a safe place, that's fairly comfortable for you because you're used to it, but it's not where you want to go. It's not where you want to end up. You want to end up somewhere. Your soul wants to end up somewhere way even better. And we've been programmed to believe that if we want better, even though we are comfortable and we're more comfortable than others, then that means that we are greedy. And it's not the truth, because the soul's evolution is always to progress into more happiness, more happiness. That is where source energy wants to take us, is to ground more happiness into this reality. So we cannot do that if we're constantly feeling like we're greedy for wanting more or desiring fulfillment in our life. It keeps us stuck. That's one of the programs that keep us stuck, is the feeling like you're being greedy. Greed is a different thing. Greed is not self-empowerment. Greed is only attaching yourself outside yourself and saying that you want what the other people want, but you don't actually fulfill it within you. This is more to do with you fulfilling your own dreams, your own desires, what your souls come here to actually achieve. It's not, I'm going to take from everybody else because I feel lack of myself, and that's where the greed actually is. It's a take from them because I'm trying to fill a hole that I haven't filled within myself. This is filling that hole first and saying what you truly desire and deserve in this life. So yeah, let's throw some dice for you guys and see what happens here. So we have the closest thing here. Although it's on the left-hand side, my left-hand side, which is to do with the feminine aspect, is number 2, but it's in reverse. So there could be a breakup or falling away of some sort, but don't. It's not that it might just be for a moment, just so that you can recoup and find out exactly who you are. Is it doesn't feel full on. Anyway, there's also right in front of me is the 1 on its side. And that's that independence that they were saying with the 1 number. This is pile 1, learning to be the independent self, of self-discovering of what your world is creating, what your desire is creating. And that's next to a number 11, which is manifestation world. And it's funny, the actual date today here is the 9th of the 11th, 2023. And last night, I don't often do this, I actually added up the numbers and I think it's 11. So today is 11 number, which is high-end manifestation of a reality that you want to bring in. It's knowing that you are the creator of your reality, as well. That's why when we start to wake up, we see 11:11. It's because 11:11 is one of the first indications of now you're ready to recognize that you're creator of your own reality. And then next, opposite that was the guidance. So you're definitely being guided through this. There's some sort of energy that's helping you, the universal energy, some sort of higher benevolence that's helping you through this. You're not alone. And then just in the distance was 0, which is to me 0 point energy, source energy, love itself, starting anew, a fresh start, something new. So that's for pile 1. That's pretty deep. And now we'll go to pile 2. So pile 2. Hey, Robin. Hey, Sasha. Good to see you. Hey, lady. Okay, let me clear pile 1. And we'll start again with pile 2. So pile 2 has the jasper. I'm pretty sure we've picked this one before in piles. And I have so many crystals here. Look at them all. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's heaps of them. But in any case, it's so weird how that happens. This is a very pink and brown, so heart grounding. And the image that you got was an image that I did up for my book, which is a very Pleiadian energy. This is literally when I was in my 20s, I had these great visions and amazing feelings that washed over me of Pleiades when I was just like 19. And I didn't know where that came from, but I really had a real strong indication within myself that I'd been there before. And there was these great big pillars, and then we were living in a beautiful home, but the floor went straight up, butted straight up to the sea, and the dolphins were part of our family, almost like we just knew that their soul was born into dolphins, was part of our family. You know, before they were dolphins, they were cousins or something, you know, some sort of part of the family. And there was a telepathic communication going on here too. So, okay, so this group 2, aligning yourself with your higher energies, your higher gifts, your higher self. Pleiadian energy is also very, very heart-based. So there could be some clearing going on within your heart chakra because you want to ground more of your heart onto this world. And to do that, we need to open up the heart to say, actually, who are you from a heart-based scenario? What is your heart? How much, you know, it's kind of like they're showing me all this caring nature that's coming through, and wanting to wanting to gift it out to the world, or ground it into this world, or give it out to the world. But through things that have happened in the past, it's like, oh my God, that feels so raw and vulnerable, because that means that, am I going to be faced off with, you know, how you step into a room and you go, I'm just going to love everyone, and yet there's a naivety within yourself because you haven't opened your heart chakra enough, and so you ended up with backlash of people coming at you and, you know, making fun of you or something, or looking at you strangely of who are you, because you're coming into a higher frequency and they're not there, and you just put yourself in a position of meeting too lower frequency for your higher frequency to come in. So then you end up getting this backlash. So you weren't in alignment in the beginning with that higher frequency, not from a point of view of trusting, because the universe, once you trust it, universe will supply you with the right people to come in. You are like trying to push your higher love vibration onto the world, and so for that to happen, we'll always meet up with resistance. So then people in that room will resist you, and you end up having problems. So just be aware of that. First of all, we have to align with our heart space, coming from our source and absolute support, and the saying integrity of self, and knowing that we are valued, and then that love within yourself emanates without trying to walk into a room and project it out onto anyone. You just are. You simply are that soul, that beautiful, and you have that around you. It's your aura, it's your essence, it's who you are. That's how you shift others, because there's nothing that they can say, or nothing that or the universe will not reflect anything back other than an openness, instead of a resistance of trying to force it onto the world. So when you step into this next phase, just keep coming back to your own self-love of who you are, and that's going to ground this through you, and then you're just a walking love bomb. So yeah, interesting. And also with that, they're really fixated on that love essence with the Pleiadian energies, but also because of that, many other gifts could be awoken within you, communicational gifts, so telepathy, definitely, channeling, because channeling and telepathy come from heart-based. It comes from feeling. There has to be a interaction of a higher perspective of love for all, no resistance to that love for all, before you can become telepathic. And so communication starts to expand, of awareness, self-awareness, and in reflection to awareness of other people's energies, and understanding their energies and how they're feeling before they actually even open their mouth. So then you walk into the room, and you've already scanned everyone through feeling, because your heart is just so full of love for who you are. And that ends up becoming an asset rather than an empathic, you know how empaths can feel everything and feel vulnerable and small and all that. Instead, it becomes an asset. It becomes something you can use to navigate through all the peoples. And okay, those people over there, they're in that vibe, so drama vibe or whatever. I need to steer away and go into chat to this person here over here who's a little bit more centered and understanding of who they are, and so you can navigate through your life that way. And so there's this whole opening of the heart chakra that's happening with you through these. They're bringing up this turmoil time. It's almost like we really are, like I said in Pile 1, going through the eye of the needle of love itself. And you can't squeeze through that. You can't move through source energy or the central point of who you are in existence with anything other than self-acceptance of love and everything completely, 100%. Because any resistance is going to come smacking straight back at you. But it is a process, and they're saying even though there is gateway opening at the moment, it's like a pulse. So the gateway will open for you to open your heart, and then you can feel the vulnerability of who you are, and then go, okay, now I see where I need to do my work. And then the gateway will close and you start to do your work. Okay, I'm just going to play with this in this world. And then the gateway in another month or so when the stars align or whatever, it will open a little bit more, and then you feel into it even more. So there's this pulse that's happening of energies, and you are moving and through that to help you come to more heart-based, grounded person on this in this reality. So that's for pile number 2, and then I will do some dice for you. So the dice is this collaboration with other people and trusting other people. But you can't trust other people until you absolutely 100% trust yourself. So it's not other people that you're learning to trust. It's actually yourself that you're learning to trust, that you can trust your feelings and your gut instincts. When you do walk in through a lot of people, and you can always align yourself for the benefit of you, and that's your safeguard. That's your protection. Instead of having a protection of, I need to have like an imaginational, shield of armor around me, or glass of armor, or concrete of armor, or whatever you want to call it, around me. That is the old frequencies. That's all shattered. The actual protection that you truly are seeking is the absolute knowing of oneself, and then be guided through life with the knowing that you can trust your feelings. And trust your logic as well, because actions are being produced, like people are acting certain ways, so trust that as well. Their heart base could be one way, but they're still catching up with their actions, and so maybe steer away from those ones until they've actually got it right. They're just helping you navigate through life at the moment, this whole new energy. And then I'm going to go the other side of the coin, which was on my logical side, masculine side, was number 8. So grounding abundance, grounding some sort of, and also unification of the etherical feminine side, the receiving side, to ground it into this world, which would be the heart grounding into this world, would actually create abundance for you. And funnily enough, I hope that was on an 8 for you. And then on the right in the center was also 8, but it was in reverse. So that is like the ideal. Oh my God, look what I've created. I've actually grounded all these blessings. And right next to that 8 that was in reverse was contact. Funnily enough, even like I said to you, communication through telepathy is going to end up opening the gateway for more contact to happen from benevolent beings and souls from other planets and so forth. And then on the other side of that was 22, and 22 is standing out in a more unique manner of who you are, and not being afraid of you having that open heart and walking this path with open heart, because you're trusting yourself now. And that's going to lead you to that abundance, because the 8 was in reverse. So it was something that you're wishing for, you're hoping for, you're craving. And it's not to say it's not going to come true because it's in reverse. It's just saying that it's a craving at the moment. It's not actually here. But it is coming, because you're right. Your logical side is really, really focused on it, being that it's in your dice. Okay. So here we go. So that was pile number 2. Hey, life is a bowl of cherries. Good afternoon. And now we're going to go into group 3, pile 3. Group 3. So group 3 has a beautiful rose quartz crystal, and the image is, oh my gosh, this is a full-on quickening, where the masculine and the feminine, masculine is dancing with the feminine in the flames of life. The masculine the logical side and the intuitive side is dancing in the flames of life. And they're showing me the flames spitting up energy, like excess energy within you because of this excess energy. And they say in the quickening, because in a flame and a fire, the beings that live there live life so fast compared to human consciousness that they have whole lifetimes that move through flames. It's like the quickening of it's a close frequency to source energy. It's close to the sun, solar, the sun, source energy, and the closer we get, the more expansiveness that we ground, the more that we are aware of who we are as we walk this plane. And you're obviously coming from a heart space, being with it, that it's with the rose quartz, but I'm mainly bringing up this image as a quickening that you're experiencing. It can actually feel tumultuous. They keep bringing up that word. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Tumultuous. So, all the piles. So it's interesting that they keep bringing up that word with all the piles, because because of the higher frequencies that you're navigating at the moment, it can seem quite chaotic to some, the way that you're moving through this, but you know in yourself that it's in alignment with more of who you are. You're just getting used to it, just learning to dance through it. You're learning to move through this high in energy. And so if anything is said or actions done in this moment that you feel, oh, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that, they're saying you will quickly let it go. You won't carry so much of the mind games anymore. It's moving you into the same parallel existence on this world, in this earth, that's giving you a higher perspective, but it's not quite there yet. So it feels like you're walking through the flames. They're bringing me to when I was working with the elder parishioner, and they were walking. She was talking about walking over coals, or walking over hot coals, and walking through that with no pain. There was a story that she brought up about a lady that was so in tune with her body and her higher self that she could elevate herself into these higher frequencies so much that when there was hot lava, she could walk through the hot lava and not be hurt. And then cameramen were wanting to didn't believe her, and they wanted to put on boots and everything, protection gear and stuff. And she's like, if you don't trust, you will be hurt, because if you want to stay in my frequency bubble, you need to have faith, you need to have trust. So there's a feeling of needing to have trust through this gateway, through this a need to have faith in yourself 100%, that you are aligning yourself with that parallel exists, that higher frequency that's here on earth, that you can, it's like you're just there. In the end, that story went that they did put on their boots and they started to get really hot under the feet, so to speak, but she just stepped through this lava. And I know it sounds crazy story to a lot of people to say, yeah, whatever, that's not true, but it is incredible the amount of power humanity has when we move into trusting that we deserve to live here in peace, in harmony, with health, with a healthy body. We can put ourselves into more diabolical situations and move through it because we're already had that sustaining support within us that the universe will always keep reflecting back to us. There's some sort of opening that you're happening that's huge, and that's so if it does feel a little chaotic in the vulnerability of it, but they just keep on saying, yeah, but they'll let it go, they'll let it go. It's okay, because they've learned to let it go. They're starting to see the value in all of the work that they've done. They're starting to see how they can move through life in this higher mind frequency. It's okay. If you do have a down moment, though, just remember to keep bringing it back to central self, that you are protected through your own knowing that you deserve to live here in peace and harmony and health. And so it is. Yeah. So it's huge. Really full-on readings at the moment. I know I'm going through my own stuff as well, majorly. Lots of shifts happening, and don't be afraid to let things go, to allow more in. Let's do the dice for you. Okay, so the dice, the 11 straight up right in front of me. Learning to manifest your own reality, your own life. This is the guiding number. If you are a ruling number 11 like I am, you are a guide for the world. You are a leader for the world to guide the next frequency people into their higher benevolence, into their own authentic self. And it was next to number 2. So unification within oneself, which matches the image, which I've got these dice on the image, so I'll pull the image back up again. Matches the image of the two, the love within the self. And that means that you're literally going to magnetize the soul tribe to you as well. You have on, they said do that one next. That's furthest away was the 4, stability, but it was on its side. So there's a vulnerability within the stability of grounding, of feeling stable in this new energy or this new frequency at the moment. So be gentle on yourself. Go take a bath. Go, do something nice for yourself. Go pick some flowers out in a field or something. Feel into a tree. Like just feel into just be really gentle on yourself through this. You also have the 9 on its side, and that is 9 to me in numerology is humanitarian, learning to become. It's endings, but it's also learning to become a humanitarian for this world. You are the guiding light for others, and you're learning to do that. Ruling number 9s are humanitarians, and they have greater purpose in the fact that they are shifting reality while they're here. My youngest is a 9. And then on the other side of that was contact. So funnily enough, contact rolled out, and so did 11 for another pile. So contact is opening you up to way more, not just, but it's like contact. They're showing me instead of contact as in benevolent beings and stuff, which is already happening within your reality and your something. It's like you might actually not see it like that from a logical point of view, but they have been with you all the time. But this is more to do with contact with others that are on the same path. So I'm really feeling more of a soul contract, soul unification of new people coming in for you through these times, as you're moving into this higher quickening, this higher frequency. Holy crap, definitely walking through the flames at the moment, Sky. Oh my God, so am I. And also the unknown aspect of that, because we don't know when we start to take our power truly back where that's going to end up. And just be gentle on yourself through it, but be loving towards yourself. Speak up when you need to speak up. Do what you need to do to move through this. Like don't just barge on in and shift everything straight up. Like, be logical about it, have sensibility about it, know that you're a grounded person in this reality and you're interacting with other people's energy, so be grounded with it as well as you move through. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so don't forget, you could choose 1, 2, or 3, or all of them. But there's definitely, if you hear there's a message for you. Yeah. Holy crap, that was pretty intense, to tell you the honest truth, and it has been. And it's like we're aligning ourselves with the simplicity of love, and then we're aligning ourselves with a tumultuous feeling of shifting into vulnerability of the unknown aspect of ourselves, all at the same time. And it's this gel of this, whoa, push-pull feeling. One day bliss, next day falling apart, next day. And one of the things that I channeled through is acceptance of this. Actually, if you want to have a look on my website, my latest blog, I haven't done much blogs lately, but I did channel through this message about the malleable timelines at the moment. It was like to do with us and accepting everything as it is in the moment. Just keep on moving through life as an acceptance of something's either showing me a path, or something is showing me the actual desire and manifestation. One or the other. Is either less and moving towards the manifestation grounded, or it is the actual manifestation coming in, and it can feel vulnerable when you actually meet it, but that's why they're asking you to accept. Humanity as a whole hasn't been accepting things enough. We've been expecting, not accepting, and it's a different energy. Yay. Okay, I think I'll leave it there though, guys. Don't forget, I'm going to be live on Tuesdays, and we'll see what else develops through all of this. I'm going through my own stuff as well. I wasn't even sure if I was going to actually go live this morning, because last night was really hard for me. So interesting. And then I have the most blissful moments and the most blissful days. It just keeps going up and down with me as well. But I'm right there with you. We're going to do this together. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine in the end. I do know that. I know that 100%. I know what the feeling is at the end of all of this, and it is absolutely worth it. So keep on keeping on, guys. I know that you are on a path, and you want it, and you know where you're going anyway. Deep down in your soul, you know this is right for you. So thank you so much for being so strong, and for shining your light on this world. Yeah, your strength is admirable. Thank you for being you. Love you guys heaps. Until next time, bye.